Nearly 200 years ago, a treaty-protected reservation was illegally sold, according to Prairie Band Potawatomi Nation Chairman Joseph Rupnick. The Prairie Band Potawatomi Nation is closer than ever to reclaiming its land. Madeline Korzanuski shares the family legacy behind what's now called Shabbona Lake State Park and the generations who fought to bring it home.
I always get goosebumps coming out here because this is a land that we once occupied.
For Joseph Rupnick, the shoreline behind him holds nearly 2 centuries of his family's history.
This land, which is over there on those trees back behind us there, that was carved out for who was my grandfather. We have ancestors that fought and died for. Many of them are buried in these different areas here.
Rupnick says an 1829 treaty reserved this land for his ancestor, Potawatomi Chief Shabbona, and his people. 20 years later, while Shabbona visited relatives in Kansas, the federal government, according to Rupnick, illegally sold his reservation.
My great-grandmother, my grandmother used to make regular trips up here to continue to fight for this land and to get the federal government to recognize that this is still a reservation.
That fight passed from one generation to the next, eventually reaching Springfield.
It was their family, it was also their nation and their tribe. I think that's a good and moral and sensible thing to do.
Illinois lawmakers authorized roughly 1,500 acres of Shabbona Lake and State Park to return to the Prairie Band Potawatomi Nation.
We are still here. I cannot count the number of times that it went through my head.
The transfer needs federal action to make it official. Rupnick says the nation will keep the land a public park as that process continues.
And while we're not at the finish line yet, we're still making great strides in doing that.
After generations spent trying to reclaim his ancestral home, Rupnick looks to the future.
Someday I hope that my grandkids, my great-grandkids will come up here, enjoy the park, and enjoy everything that we've worked so hard to accomplish to give to them.
In Shabbona, I'm Madeline Korzanuski.
The tribal chairman says the federal government needs to approve the ownership transfer. Until then, the nation plans to work with the state of Illinois to maintain Shabbona Lake State Park. Tribal leaders say it will remain open to the public even after the ownership changes.